Mega Heracross is coming to Pokemon Go this weekend. So, is Mega Heracross worth raiding for? Is it worth maxing out? Is it worth using it as a Mega? Is it one of the top fighting types in the game? And how does it do in Go Battle League? We're gonna find that out in this video. So, let's get the Mega Heracross in Pokemon Go. So, welcome to the Trader Club. Here we go. Let's go. I have been waiting for Mega Heracross coming to Pokemon Go for so long. I love this Pokemon. I think it's fantastic, and it's finally time to put a fighting type in competition with one of the top ones in the game that's out right now, Shadow Machamp. And not only that, Terrakion. How is it going to stack up against these two beastly fighting type attackers? What does it do in the bug category, and what are we going to do as far as my recommendations for Mega Heracross in Pokemon Go? If you guys do need more raid battles, you can check out in the pinned comments below, jump into the Discord, invite some people from all around the world, and you guys will be able to do that. Discord.gg/thetrainerclub is the URL to be able to get into the server and start it out. Or you could maybe even join the Patreon and jump in and do raids with myself and other people around. The Mega Heracross is a bug and a fighting type Pokemon. It's gonna max out at 5,443. Wow, that's a pretty high Pokemon, right? I really love that there. Not only that, the attack value is 334, the defense is 223, and the stamina is 190. And as we did look in the counter guide, it is gonna be double weak to flying. It's gonna be single weak to fairy, fighting, as well as psychic, so that double weakness to flying is a little bit problematic here. But as far as the resistances go, it will resist bug, dark, grass, fighting, as well as ground. So decent resistances that we're going after here. As far as the fast moves, it's gonna get counter and struggle bug. And then as far as the charge moves, it's gonna get Mega Horn, which is one of the top bug moves in the game. It's gonna get close combat, which is a pretty good fighting move. Not only that, it is also going to get Earthquake as well as Rock Blast, which are semi-effective moves here. And the shiny is out, and just a reminder guys, shinies are stronger. Just kidding, that's not the truth. Shinies are just cooler looking for the most part, but not always. But this shiny I think is exceptional. Let me know if you guys do like the blue or prefer the pink in here. All right guys, so now let's go into the best of the best. Which of these movesets on Heracross is going to be the best move for us to be able to get? Is it going to be Mega Horn? Is it going to be a fighting move? And then we will go into the fighting category to see how powerful this Pokemon is in the fighting category, the bug category, and then we'll see maybe it is effective in the ground as well as the rock category as well. But let's start and find out. The best moveset combination, strongest combination in the ER value is going to be Counter and Mega Horn on the Mega Heracross at 49.75. Followed by double fighting moves in a pretty close second for Counter and Close Combat at 47.67. Then we're going to get Counter and Earthquake at 46.01. And then as far as Rock Blast at 41.32. And the regular Heracross is going to be Counter and Mega Horn at 34.17 and 32.77. All right, so just off the rip, guys, that is a massive difference between the Mega Heracross and the regular Heracross. The Mega Heracross is one of potentially the top fighters in the game and bug category, because just as a reminder, guys, if it's above 40, it could compete, but if it's above 45, man, we are looking at one of the top spots, except for some of those categories like Dragon and Psychic because of the Rayquaza and the Mewtwo in the Mega forms. But this is not the case, so I'm very optimistic about where this Pokemon does sit. So let's start off in the bug category, and then we will change into the fighting category. We have ground and rock. Starting off, since the best Mega Heracross move is Counter and Mega Horn, we're going to only check out just the bug category in the charge move, and that's going to be at 49.75, Mega Heracross at the top, followed by Mega Pinsir, Bug Bite, and X-Scissor at 40.85, and then Pheromosa in the third spot with Bug Bite and Bug Buzz. So Mega Heracross being at the top, let's go to all bug just to see what happens. And Mega Heracross still stays on top with Struggle Bug and Mega Horn at 43.29, Mega Pinsir at 40.8, Pheromosa at 38.95, followed by Volcarona at 38.54, Mega Scissor at 38, Mega Beedrill at 37, Shadow Pinsir at 35, Shadow Scissor at 35, Genesect at 33, and so far down. So right off the bat, Mega Heracross is looking very good. If there is a time where bug categories is one of the top counters for a specific Pokemon or it's a double weakness, Mega Heracross will for sure be a good bet. So from the bug category, I'm already loving this. Would I say to power this Pokemon up? Yes, from a bug statistic, but only when that Pokemon is necessary as a counter. But we're not stopping here, guys, because we have to check it out in the fighting category and a couple others. So in the fighting category, guys, look what we have here. Mega Lucario at the top, which is not out yet, at 52.66, followed by the Mega Heracross at 47.67, followed by Mega Blaziken at 46.51, followed by the Terrakion at 46.35, which is actually quite impressive. Then we have Keldeo at 43.5 and Shadow Machamp at 42.7. 0.72. And then we have Shadow Hariyama and Mega Gallade at the bottom. The Mega Gallade is not out yet, but obviously as a fighting type counter, not really the most effective. On the second page, we do have Lucario, Conkeldurr, and on the way down, even a Machamp in there. And then if you do want to see the Heracross, you have to go into the 23rd spot with counter in close combat at 32.77. So from a Heracross perspective, not relevant. From a Mega perspective, it's the second spot overall. Not only that, guys, it is also going to be really close to the Mega Lucario. But when Mega Lucario comes out, it is definitely the top fighter in the game, especially from a Mega perspective. But here's the issue that I do have here that I'm gonna point out to you guys. That Heracross, if you are not in the region of Florida, or you cannot get more XL candy from Heracross, this Pokemon would be semi-considered, in my opinion, a pay to max out Pokemon. Because Blaziken, while it is a common Pokemon, it is very close to the Mega Heracross. So if you do not have the XL candy, you have not done a Go Fest, you haven't traded for this Pokemon, you haven't gone to Florida and collected them and traded them, and you're like literally raiding to max out this Pokemon, I would say that to max out one all the way to level 50, you might as well do a Blaziken because it's so much easier and it's a very close second, by just about 1 ER value away. However, if you already have the XL candy, you've been waiting for this Pokemon, and you aren't gonna have to raid and pay to be able to max out this Pokemon, guys, the Heracross is a great option for you. So hopefully you do have a lucky, hopefully you have a good Pokemon, hopefully maybe during this day you can get a good one. And if not, guys, just a reminder, trade over 100 kilometers because the season is not optimized for XL candy trades. You will be able to get the XL guaranteed candy, and then you could potentially get a lucky Pokemon. But if you do value this Pokemon and you want to make sure you get more luckies, what you could also do is save the Heracross until there is a lucky trade event with boosted lucky Pokemon, and then trade that at that time. All right, guys, we have 2 more categories to check out. So I know the ground attackers is going to be a long stretch because we do have Primal Groudon at 58.15, and we do also have the Mega Garchomp at 54.05. But in the 5th spot overall, guys, pretty impressive here with Counter and Earthquake at 46.01. Also, we do want to check out the rock category because while it may not be the most effective, we do want to see where it does sit. At the top, we have Shadow Rhyperior with Rock Wrecker at 46.9, Mega Diancie at 46.27, and then we have the Mega Tyranitar at 46.08. Where does the Heracross sit? All the way down to the 10th spot at 41.32. So as far as a meta attacker, what is my suggestions here? Guys, I already talked about it. If you have the XL candy, you're not paying to raid for it. You're not paying for that XL candy as if it's a legendary. Guys, I would say definitely recommend maxing this out. What moveset would I recommend? I would recommend Counter, Close Combat, and as the third move, Mega Horn. If you want to have 2 of them, you can have one as all fighting, one as all bug. That would totally work. And if you guys do want a move outside of bug and fighting, which moveset would I recommend? I would recommend Earthquake because the rock moves are dominated by other Pokemon, and it sits in the 5th spot overall, even though the Primal Groudon does absolutely demolish it. But let's not stop here, guys. Where does it sit for GBL? In the Great League, it's going to be ranked 308. In the Ultra League, it's 193. And in the Master League, it's going to be ranked 131 with the moveset of Counter, Close Combat, and Rock Blast. So if you are using it for GBL, you can leave Rock Blast on it, and you can use that Pokemon as a GBL/Rock Blast attacker, and then you can have another one for the bug type. But that's totally up to you. You have to see how this Pokemon does fit into your team because it does have key wins against Swampert, Melmetal, Excadrill, Dialga, as well as Garchomp. So it's actually a pretty impressive win ratio against some of those Pokemon that do really well in the Master League. So not a Pokemon to overlook, but at the same time, guys, it is double weak to flying. So if there is a flyer out there, especially if you do get matched up against a Rayquaza, it's going to be a problematic situation for you. But there you guys go. Enjoy, have fun. Definitely a recommended for me. I'm very excited about this. And when Mega Lucario comes out, will I recommend maxing out a Mega Heracross? I will not. I think it's a great Pokemon. I plan to max one out, and I'm excited. So thank you guys for being here. Love and appreciate you guys. To all of my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody takes your support, subscription, participation to Excel. I'm gonna see you guys out in the next video. Peace.
I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.